everyone, how you guys doing? I hope you guys are doing well. My name is Faven. Thank you very much for coming to my channel. Today is June 23rd. Yesterday was mine and my husband's 9th year wedding anniversary. It was a beautiful day. I was on TikTok all day, literally. I was on TikTok from about 12 in the afternoon to about 12 in the morning. I watched TikTok all day. I didn't do nothing except for make food on the crock pot, and that was it, and wash a couple of dishes. I took that day as like a vacation day. I rested. My husband had to go to work, unfortunately, but yeah. Anyways, today I want to talk about dizziness, and this dizziness is very different. I mean, I've been dizzy before. I've had dizzy spells just like anyone else has had dizzy spells before, but usually my dizzy spells would have to deal with allergies, and it would have to deal with maybe sometimes my migraine, but usually is with allergies. If I have not had my allergy medication for like a couple of weeks and it's the season, I might get a little woozy because I might have maybe too much fluid in my ear, or I might have like some more earwax in my ear that needs to be cleaned out, whatever. But usually is with allergies or with my asthma. My allergies was fine. I've been taking my my allergy medication on the daily basis. I got my ears checked. It had like a little wax in it, but it came out on its own. My asthma was fine. My vitals were great, perfect. So I couldn't understand why on the 28th of May I got extremely dizzy to the point where I almost crashed my car as I was driving. Never had that symptom. Never ever felt that dizzy in my entire life. It was the most absolute scariest part of me driving. Then the street that I was driving is known for the street to be really narrow. People drive really fast. They do not follow speed limit, especially on that street. It's always known for that. So I was on that street when I got completely dizzy. Thankfully, that day around that time was not too busy. God was on my side. I tell you, God really was on my side. So I was able to I was swerving because I was literally on the verge of passing out, and I couldn't see for a second, and then I was able to see. And then I was able to pull to the side onto a street, onto the left. And I sat there for 10 minutes. I called my husband, like panicking. I told him, like, I can't see. I'm very dizzy. Never had this before. So he's like, just sit there for a little while and then be able to drive home. So I did that. Maybe like 10 minutes later, I was like, okay. I told him, just stay on the phone with me. Open up all the windows. Maybe I was too hot, or maybe I didn't eat enough, or I didn't drink enough. So I had a bottle of water in the car with me. So I went ahead and took a few sips of that, and then got home. My husband helped me to the living room. I just sat down in the living room, and he had made some chicken salad. I was doing vegan for 3 months. That was the last day of my vegan. Actually, I was going to try to do it to that following Monday, but I said, you know what, I really need protein right now. So I said, I'm going to quit vegan. Went ahead and ate the chicken salad, and had Gatorade, water, tea, and I try not to throw up my food because I was really nauseated. So that day passes by. The next day I was off anyway, which was great. I stayed at home, laid down. My husband was like, don't do nothing. I don't want you to do anything at all, because just let maybe it's like a fluke kind of thing. Dizzy all the rest of the day. Extremely dizzy for the rest of the day. That weekend we had to work, so thankfully I was only screening at the front door for COVID-19 screening. I was just doing that so I didn't have to really walk up and down the hallways or anything like that. But every time I got up, I felt like I was going to pass out yet again. So I made the patients come down towards me so I can scan them. Sunday we decided, you know what, after work we need to go be seen, both of us, because he was not feeling well as well. His knee was like the size of a football. So went to the emergency room. But before we went to the emergency room, that that Saturday, one of the doctors gave me medicine to take by mouth, and she's like, well, it's for dizziness, it's for vertigo. And she wanted me to take it 3 times a day, but I couldn't take it 3 times a day because it will knock you out cold. Okay, it worked. That medicine put me to sleep faster than a Benadryl does, and there is no way I can take that 3 times a day. And when I went to the emergency room, I showed her, I said, I can't take this 3 times a day. I can't take this out. I can't even cut it in half because she gave me the absolute lowest dose I could take. I said, there's no way for me taking this and working and driving. I can't do this and be dizzy at the same time. That's just too much. So they gave me a patch to put behind my ear for dizziness. People that wear that when they're on a boat or whatever. So I started using that the first couple of days. It worked pretty well. The patch lasts every 3 days. On the 3rd day, it either falls off on itself or you have to change it yourself. So the 3rd day, and I was using it was working, but I was still dizzy. When I get up, I will be stumbling. When I'm walking, I'll be stumbling, and other symptoms started. And these other symptoms started like 2 weeks later. So I'm like, you know what? Let me make an appointment with my doctor. So 2 days before I made appointment, before I saw my doctor, a new symptom decided to start. And this symptom was me staring off and not being able to move. I wasn't able to move at all. I was like stuck to where I was. So I was worried maybe I was having a seizure, like not like a true seizure, but like somewhat of a seizure, because I felt the inside of my body. I felt it vibrating. I've never felt like that before, unless I was like extremely hyper. I have never felt that before. So I was standing, and I told my husband, I said, I feel extremely weird. Like, I've never felt like this before. I felt like my insides was vibrating, and then a minute later, I was stuck where I was at. I couldn't move. I couldn't talk. My eyes would not move. I was just like sitting there, and my husband was like, I was talking to you. You're looking at me, but you're really not looking at me. Like, he's like, you are looking in dead space. And he's like, something is going on. I don't know what's going on with you. So I was like, maybe it was just that day. Maybe I was just really tired and I was not paying attention or whatever. It happened again that same day. It felt like I was stuck. And then when I was talking to him, I wasn't able to talk to him clearly. Couldn't answer him clearly. It felt like I had to force myself to talk. That happened for like 2 or 3 days. Then I saw my primary care doctor, and she's like, you know what, I don't know what's going on. We did EKG and everything like that, but she said, let's order an EEG, which is examination of your brain to see if you are having a seizure or not. Now, that shaking feeling happened for like 3 days in a row. It has not happened yesterday and did not happen today. It did happen on Sunday, and that stuck feeling happened on Sunday as well. So I just don't know what's going on. I am really, really worried. Today was a better day. I guess there were some moments that I was really dizzy, felt like I was going to pass out. Sunday after work, I couldn't walk for a minute because every time I got up, I would just like stumble to the chair and sit down. So now, today being Tuesday, is a better day. Yes, I've been dizzy throughout the day, but it was to the point where it's like, okay, I'm kind of getting used to kind of being dizzy, but it doesn't nothing explains anything on why I am dizzy. At first I'm like, maybe it's the phentermine. I'm like, but the thing is, I started phentermine a week later of me being dizzy. Almost like I got dizzy the 28th, which is a Thursday. The following Friday is when I had an appointment with weight management. So it was like a whole week didn't pass by, and I was doing phentermine. And then I'm like, maybe it's the Botox that I received. But I received the Botox like 2.5, 3 weeks earlier. And I was having some other symptoms like jaw tightness and neck tightness, but those are going away. But if it was associated with the dizziness, it would have happened right there and then. It would have happened like a day later. So it's just like figuring out what's going on and not knowing what it is, making me feel like maybe there's something else that's going on. I've had since I have really bad migraines. Before I started getting Botox, I was getting migraines on a daily basis, to where I end up getting scar tissue on the left side of the hemisphere of my brain. So I know I have scar tissue on there, but they said they need to watch out for it just in case if anything happens. And now, like, not only with the dizziness, now it's just like my vision has gotten worse since the 28th. I know that I'm supposed to get checked for what is it? I was supposed to get checked for glaucoma, because both of my parents have glaucoma, and I had an appointment with a doctor a few years ago, more than a few, like 5-6 years ago. One outside of the hospital doctor's appointment, for an eye doctor appointment, and one in through my hospital that I work at. And they both had said I need to be checked for glaucoma again, because when they first checked me, they're like, right now you're okay, but you will be developing glaucoma probably in the future. So I have an appointment for next month to get my glaucoma checked, but at the same time, it's like, it doesn't make sense why my vision has changed like rapidly. Within the next day, my vision started changing. And usually I have astigmatism on my left eye. My left eye is the one that's the weakest. My right eye is the one that sees 20/20. But now on my right eye, I don't see 20/20 anymore. And every time I take off my glasses, reading certain things is getting to be a struggle. And now I'm having lower hemisphere of my brain, of my head hurting. It's just like, I don't know what's going on. I'm getting really, really scared. But at the same time, I know God got me. But it's just like, what do? I can't blame it on phentermine. I am not on any new medication besides vitamin D, which I only took one. I just started that, so I know it's not because of that. I was not taking any new meds or anything like that prior me getting this dizziness. The only difference was I was doing vegan. So I know if I was doing vegan and that had affected me, that would have affected me within like the first month or two, not the third month. You know what I mean? And I was making sure I was eating enough protein while I was doing vegan. And I did lose about 8 or 9 pounds while I was doing vegan. So I know that I was hydrating myself, I was eating healthy, and I was losing weight, and I was taking my allergy medications on time. I was doing everything I was supposed to do, but then all of a sudden this dizziness started, and I don't know what to do now. So now it's just a waiting game on getting those tests done and see if I was having a seizure or if I ever had a seizure. I know I didn't have a stroke, but they will be checking all that kind of stuff. But anyways, I will try to update you guys probably sometime next week, and I will do another video about phentermine tomorrow, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share.